Hello journaling friends, welcome to my quiet and cozy little space. I have something really fun and exciting to share with you today. It's a little bit different to my usual content, but I think it's going to be really fun. First of all, I have been really excited to open up and set up my beautiful new bag. More on that in a moment. And secondly, I'm really excited to take her out and see how she fits into my creative lifestyle. I've been using various coloured Uniqlo bum bags for years after picking them up in Japan way back when. I can't even remember, maybe 3 years ago. Recently I was thinking I wouldn't mind changing up my bag style, but I didn't really have an idea in which way I was going to do this. This would normally lead me down a rabbit hole of online browsing and months of indecision. And yeah, it probably would have meant that I'd still be using the Uniqlo bum bags for quite some time yet. Lo and behold, Topologie got in touch. The universe once again is flirting with me, I'm sure of it. Topologie is a French-Japanese bag brand born out of love for rock climbing combined with Japanese fashion, which you will see in a moment when I share this beauty with you. This video, by the way, is sponsored by Topologie. So when I first hopped on their website, I fell immediately in love. Not only are the designs super cool, colourful and really unique, the bags and straps are completely interchangeable and you can make it your very own, which I have done here. And I also have another strap that I'm going to give it a bit of a test run later on in the week. So we'll get to see the different ways in which I'm using it. So this is my lovely little combo. I initially loved this design, which is the Summit Tote Wide Small. I will pop links for all of the items that I'm showing here in the description, so you can go and have a squiz if you feel so inclined. I really loved it initially in the deep teal colour. It's kind of like a blue hue, but unfortunately it was sold out. So after much more browsing, as I do, I chose the same bag but in black, which I think is going to be so versatile anyway. To add in a bit of colour, I went for the bungee strap in marshmallow. How super cute is this strap? Like, it makes me want to go bungee jumping. Oh, by the way, interestingly enough, funny that this brand is inspired heavily by rock climbing. I have been recently thinking about giving rock climbing a try. Is that just not the uncanniest thing you've ever heard? So I don't know, this may be a nudge from the universe. I've got my bag with my rock climbing accessories. Now why not go and give rock climbing a try? I don't know, watch this space. I've been thinking about it for quite some time anyway. Where was I before I got distracted about rock climbing? Oh, so the marshmallow bungee strap. And then I also grabbed the macrame wrist strap in coal, which I kind of thought would just give it a bit of, you know, the black bag, a little bit of colour with the hint of yellow, green there and the white, which also ties in with the marshmallow colour on the bungee strap. So what I'm going to do is show you everything that fits in here. So in here I'm going to take it all out and then we can repack it, because I also want to see if my Muji junk organizer case fits in here as well. So I've got my Hobonichi cousin, which is looking pretty chunky. She's really heavy. And then I've also got my traveler's notebook, my Love and Trip edition, and my pencil case, just with bits and pieces. I am going to a craft and coffee session later, so I have packed this with the intention of taking it to that craft session. And also I might even take a little bit of footage while I'm there to show you what I'm up to. That might be fun. I haven't really done any sort of vlogging content on here yet, so I don't know, I'm thinking about it. Pencil case, and then of course, because now I have my little card size TN, which comes everywhere with me because this is my carry-all wallet. I've got my cards in there, a little notebook for taking of notes on the go. I actually got this adorable, what I think is a phone card. I had phone cards from the late 90s like this, and then you would pop it into a public phone box and it would punch a hole in for the amount that you had used. I think that's what it is. My friend Zoe gifted this to me. They found it at a flea market in Tokyo, which I thought was super cute and very generous of them to grab that for me. Anyway, this is my carry-all wallet now. So this obviously has to go into my bag as well because it comes everywhere with me. And then I also have a clampy clip because I need it for my journals, and that's what I fit in there so far. So I did also get this little pouch, which I am going to use to pop my keys in because I absolutely hate having to always rummage around the bottom of my bag for my keys. It is a pet hate, and yet I have never found a way to, or I haven't made the effort to pop my keys into a pocket or clip them to a strap or anything. So this cute little pouch is going to house my keys. So that's what she looks like. I'm just going to give you a bit of a glimpse. How cool is that? So again, as I mentioned earlier, all of the straps are interchangeable. There are hundreds of straps, and then obviously that would give you 1,000 or more, I guess, different unique setup options. How cool is it? It also has these little straps on the side, so you can cinch in the bag, which I've done. And then I guess if you wanted to cinch, not cinch it in, then you would just have the bag out straight, which I'm going to test that out during the week as well. I just love this. The design is super cool, I think, and I feel like it will really match my outfits. Also, it is reversible. Well, I think it is. I probably should check that. But the inside is a khaki color, and I am definitely going to try switching her out and trying the khaki color as well. All right, so let's pack her, but this time I'm going to try and fit in my Muji organizer case as well. Now, she's quite big. I'm not taking her to the craft session, but I'm just going to see if she'll fit in there anyway. Oh, yep, no problem at all. See, this bag doesn't look overly big, but then it's amazing what fits in. Actually, I'm just going to release those little cords on the side to expand her a bit. Oh, yeah, that's no problem at all. So in goes my little chunky Hobonichi cousin and my traveller's notebook, regular size, pencil case. Oh, there's definitely plenty of room in here. I'm even going to be able to fit my water bottle in there. My card size TN, which is my carry-all wallet, and my clampy clamp, which can just go in there. Oh, plenty of room. So yeah, I am so excited to get her out in the wild. What do we think? Oh, she's cute. So I put the macrame strap on here really just for decoration, but it'd be pretty cool actually. I might need to go online and purchase another one of these to have as my handles. That would actually work really well. So many ideas. But for now, what I'm going to do is use the bungee strap as my crossbody shoulder bag. Sorry, crossbody shoulder strap. She's cute. But for the craft session, I'm not bringing my junk folder because I am doing everyday journaling, not junk journaling. So that's her. I love her so much. I cannot wait to take her out into the wild and road test her. I actually have a couple of creative gatherings this week. I'm going to the craft and coffee session, as I mentioned shortly. I have a journaling cafe date with a friend tomorrow, and then also dinner date. So I'm going to add in some, little snippets of how she goes out in the wild following this. Keep watching if you want to see how she fits into my everyday creative lifestyle. All right, bye. Okay, I am back from my craft and coffee afternoon, and I have to say that this bag definitely lived up to the hype. I had big hopes for her, just knowing, the quality the design, how it looks. I mean, I'm just in love with it so much. When I went onto the Topologie website the first time, I was excited by all the different designs, but I had to keep in mind the size factor, because when I am heading out to sit in cafes and do some journaling, I need to be able to fit all of my journaling stuff in, because I hate when I sit down at a cafe and I've forgotten something. Previous to this, I just used a kind of, I guess, a fairly big tote bag, but this is very stylish, I must say. So I love her so, so much. Oh, also one other thing I mentioned was Topologie also included this crepe pocket sling. Hang on, I'll just grab it so you can have a look. In canary yellow, no less. So what I'm going to do is swap out the bungee strap for this and pop her on my bag for one of my outings and see how she goes. But I'm just loving all the little accessories, the hooks. Oh, I'm obsessed. Anyway, I am going to include more footage of her out in the wild, so keep watching. Bye. Hello again. I thought I would just hop on here for a quick minute to give you my final thoughts on my super cute sidekick, my Topologie bag. We have spent the whole week gallivanting, going to cafes, having lunch with a friend, a couple of journaling sessions, and to say I'm obsessed would be a slight understatement. So, as I mentioned previously in the video, I thought this bag is reversible, and it is in fact reversible. So today I switched her up and we went for the khaki look, and I've changed the bungee strap to the crepe pocket sling, which I just think suits this khaki colour perfectly. So I've noticed just how versatile this bag can be just by turning it inside out and changing up the strap, or even just changing up the strap without turning it inside out. One thing I really love about this bag is I love how slouchy it is. I don't know what it is. I love a slouchy bag. The pocket, when this pocket's on the inside, you know, when it's black on the outside, khaki on the inside, this pocket fits so many things in it. I've currently got hand cream, my AirPods, and when I had the pocket on the inside, I also carried my TN card size, which is my wallet, in there as well. So it fits quite a lot in there. Anyway, I thought I would just wrap this up before it gets too dark here, because we are losing light rapidly. And I just wanted to once again say thank you to Topologie for complimenting my style with this super cool bag. I am absolutely thrilled. And I've been loving picking out my outfits to actually match the bag. Also, thank you to you for stopping by and hanging out with me and sharing in my excitement at my cute little addition to my creative lifestyle. And I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye. Wait, one thing I almost forgot to mention is the Topologie website has a whole page on how to tie knots. So I might need to indulge in a rope strap and dabble in some knot tying. So we'll see how that goes. I just feel like the style options with this bag are endless. Okay, I'm done now. Bye.